Hey guys, it's Mike. All right, so I got to tell you about this whole bullet to the belly thing because I think it's so powerful and we all need to implement a strategy like this. Not necessarily the bullet to the belly, please don't do this, but let me tell you the story and then from there you can extrapolate what you want to use for your own business and your own motivation. One of the things that we love about our business as an entrepreneur is the fact that we get to set our own hours, we get to decide when we want to work, we get to decide when we don't want to work, and we get to basically, work for ourselves. So that's a great thing. However, on the converse side of that, we get to decide exactly when we want to work, what we want to do, and we get to control our own destiny. So if we're not, a die-hard workaholic who puts in 16 to 20 hours a day, never sees our kids, we may end up farting around and wasting time, not staying focused. I'm not saying that every entrepreneur has ADD, but some of us do. So we need checks and balances. We need accountability so that we can make sure that we're going through and doing what we need to get done by the time frame that we've set forward. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen for a lot of us. One of my clients has done something very unique. And, well, actually a few of them do these things. But this guy took it to an extreme. He has what I'm calling an execution contract. In the execution contract, he has said, I will get to this benchmark by this date or this will happen. And in his case, he says, because money, they have plenty of money. So, paying out money is not a big thing. In his case, he says, I will take a bullet, well, not technically a bullet, a BB, a 17.17 caliber pellet from a 1,000 feet per second pistol at 0-point range, naked. So not naked, but naked belly, whatnot. So he's going to take a pellet to the stomach. Now this very likely could penetrate his skin and go into his abdomen and be lodged in there. I mean, this is like a big deal. 1,000 feet per second is very, very fast. And a .17 caliber pellet, I think he's stupid. I would never do this. I mean, I think he's stupid for doing the bullet. I don't think he's a stupid guy. He's a very smart guy. But this is so much pain for him. He knows he won't die, but he knows this is an extreme amount of pain and he does not want to have this happen. So he set something that is so off the charts that he knows he has to execute on his timeline for his product. And he's ravished. I mean, the guy is crazy working right now and he's like messaging me, dude, I need your help, blah, 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 because he knows if he doesn't get this done, he's going to get shot in the freaking stomach. Now, that's an extreme example. Don't recommend that. Don't shoot yourself, okay? Another client has done this with the Rolex, where if he did not, one of them was he had a hard time showing up for work. So they would both take their watches and set their watches on there. And he had his most prized watch up there. And if he didn't show up on time, guess what? The other guy who was in the contract with him, who was to arrive at work, got his item. Another caveat of the same other guy's contract is that if he doesn't hit another benchmark, a lower benchmark, then he has to give his most prized possession to someone else. And not someone else that he would have wanted to give it to. He has to give it to somebody completely non-emotionally tied to. So he won't be like, oh, well, I lost, but at least my friend got it. He has to do this with someone, ideally you'd give it to somebody that you wouldn't want to have see it, because then you would be experience that pain point of, oh, I lost my thing and I lost it to that guy. So I'm asking you now, do you have problems executing? Do you think that you have enough accountability to yourself that you are executing things on your own accord in a respectable timeline? And now I think if you answer this question honestly, 98% of you are going to say, no, I need a little push here or there. I need some accountability. I need an accountability coach, or in this case, an execution contract. Create your execution contract. Find someone else who will hold you accountable if you don't execute on that contract. Okay? You need someone else who's going to sign that contract with you who will say, I'll be the one to shoot you in the belly. Or I'll be the one to take your most prized possession and give it to someone else. But because you have that contract, you are not backing out of this. You're going to end up giving away that spare car or that Rolex, or maybe if it's $20, if it's $100, make it painful. Only you can be honest with yourself on what is an actual painful thing. I'd love to say that reward systems are going to make sure that you execute, but you're an entrepreneur and you're possibly in your comfort zone. I know I'm definitely in a comfort zone. I need to do something like this myself. So it's very possible you might be the same way. Maybe not. Maybe me and a couple of other guys that I've talked to, a couple hundred other guys. Maybe we're the only ones. But if this makes sense to you as well, please let me know. Leave a comment below. Tell me, hey, you know what? I'm one of these guys. This execution contract sounds great. You guys, it doesn't have to be complicated. I don't have a template for this. I've never done it myself. The guys have been doing it, but I do think it's a really great idea. So if one of you guys drafts one, you want to share it with the rest of the group, please do so. And then we can all share in it together, and maybe we can use these execution contracts to help all of us raise our game of accountability and get more things done in a day. For me, one of my things that I want to do is I wanted to interact more with the Super Friends group to help build that community up for you guys. And the other thing is to finish the Super Friends site, so I'm working really, really hard on that. I'm not sure how much harder I could work, but I know I could work harder, so I'm going to end up setting up my own execution contract with someone who can keep me accountable here at home. So, guys, I hope this is helpful for you. Think about your execution contract, think about your level of accountability, and think, can I do something like this? Don't shoot yourself in the belly or have anyone shoot you in the belly. But what else can you do to make sure that you're executing and completing your goal by your timeline and making sure that your business is moving forward at a rate that you would be happy with, okay? All right, guys, have an amazing day. Have an amazing 2012. I'll see some of you guys in Florida. I'll see the rest of you guys on the Super Friends group and on the Super Friends page. Thanks. Bye.